Howdy, I'm Grady Giffen. This is Steven, Sky, and Joey, and we're here for the 3rd annual Captain Tyson Vocal Aggie Traditions Day for the Bush School. It's where Bush School students get to know each other and get to know more about Texas A&M and what makes it special, and to see why President Bush built his library here. Steven, do you have anything to add?
I'm just excited we can share this tradition on with the first years. I hope this is something we see again, because it's a great example for Bush students to go to main campus and witness and experience the very thing that makes the Aggie family so special as traditions.
Giggle!
Anytime something big happens, like at football games, the announcer will come on, and it can be something as little as like, and that's another fighting Texas Aggie first down, and all the way to, you might be in class and your professor's like, no class tomorrow, and everyone's like, whoa! Like crazy. So that's kind of what the moves are like.
Big Event began in 1983. They had no money, no budget, and the vice president of student government at the time, his name was Joe Nussbaum. He was the vice president and thought, you know what, we need to do something for the city of Bryan College Station and tell them thank you for letting us live here. So he got a couple students together and they hosted what was called Big Event. Okay? It's the big event where students go and they just serve the community. Today, after that started in 1983 with no money, with a handful of students by Joe Nussbaum's kind of initiative, has now evolved into a nationally renowned program. Big Event is mimicked at other universities across the country because Texas A&M is proud to host the largest student-led service project in the entire country, and that's housed in student government. Big Event serves over 1,000 different job sites around Bryan and College Station. That's 1,000 different homes or churches or yards that need painting or mowing or cleaning. And here's the most impressive fact, I think. The number of students that participate, last year they set a goal and they surpassed it with over 10,000 students to go out and do this service project on one day. 10,000 students organized, given the proper tools to go out and do over 1,000 job sites in Bryan College Station. It's pretty amazing.
Matt May, I'm a senior ag leadership major from the Grove, Texas, but more importantly, I'm a proudest member of the Fighting Texas Ag class of '09. I am in the Fighting Texas Aggie band, and if y'all have ever been to an Aggie football game, you hear that rusty old East Texas twang come on, and he says, now forming from the north end of Kyle Field, the nationally famous Fighting Texas Aggie band. We put on quite a show. It's really neat, but it's really a humbling experience to get to perform for 80,000 people plus, and then nationwide whenever they watch the Aggie band show, they get to see us even then. But it's really a gratifying experience to be able to represent people who have walked our halls and walked in our shoes, just 40, 50, or even 100 years ago. But Grady, what do you want me to say?
Over here. Do you know the story whenever Army called 2 years ago?
I really don't, man. I was just.
Well, one story about the band, I'm going to get up and tell it, sorry.
How good they are.
This is a funny story. The colonel in charge of West Point's band is actually the U.S. Army's band. They're not students at West Point. And they called Colonel Brewer and the Aggie band. They're like, hey, I know we have this football game, but I know that y'all don't want to play in front of the military band. Like, y'all are going to look stupid, like little kids wandering around and stuff. He was like, oh, okay. Well, if you could just go to aggieband.org, watch those, see if we should come or not. And typically the best band goes last, just whatever, like on a neutral site game. And they, an hour later, Colonel Brewer got a call and he was like, hey, we need you guys to go last if you don't mind. We're just gonna play the first half. And then Colonel Brewer was like, I accept your apology.
My name is Kyle Bryson. I'm a senior telecommunication media studies major from Bandera, Texas, the cowboy capital of the world. Who knows where that is? I am the proud member of the Fighting Texas Aggie class of 2009.
Hey!
Today I'm here to represent the Ross Volunteer Company, the most prestigious honor company on campus and possibly in the state of Texas. We are the oldest student organization in the state of Texas. We were established in 1887. We're not the oldest in the nation because Yale, they got us first. But we are the oldest in the state of Texas, and we are the honor guard to the governor of Texas and to many other dignitaries, including the president, whenever he wants us up in Washington, D.C., since he's from Texas this year. And we do many different events. You'll see us most of our portraits or pictures of us. We're doing saber arches for the governor of Texas, or for dignitaries when they come to Texas University, or to even dignitaries when they come to the state of Texas. I think a sheik from Saudi Arabia flew into Austin, and we did a saber arch for him. And we've done many different events. We've been to the presidential inauguration in Washington D.C. We do things for Miss Texas quite often. We actually used to be the escorts at the Miss Texas pageant, and so I'm actually gonna get that changed. We're gonna go back up to that. So that's my main job. I'm actually the public relations sergeant within the Ross Volunteer Company, and the company is comprised of 72 seniors and 72 juniors and 4 cadets.
Reveille is one of the greatest traditions we have here. Starting with Reveille 1 back in 1933, a group of guys were coming back from Navasota, a group of Corps guys. They were in their Model T Ford, and it was dark at night, and they hit a black and white mongrel mutt. Fortunately, the dog was still alive, so they said, being the good Aggies that they were like, you know what, we need to take care of this dog and nurse it back to health. So they bandaged up its leg, and they brought it back to the dorm. Well, sure enough, next morning, whenever Reveille's played to wake up the cadets, Reveille 1 started barking and wanted to get outside, so she ran outside and walked straight up to the bugler and just started looking up at him and started barking. Ever since then, she got the name Reveille. Now we're on our Reveille 8, 70 years later. So this is one of the very, very long-standing